because you are such awesome subscribers, and I get a lot of feedback and new subscribers at the moment and so on, and people send me a lot of stuff. You saw the silky saw laying here. Same guy sent me this live straw. Really cool, 1000 liters it will filter. That's quite awesome, especially awesome because I don't have any smaller portable filters. I have filters at home, so thanks Mr. Smith. I appreciate it a lot. But anyway, I want to tell something about myself because, as I say, you are awesome subscribers, and I think we're having a good time here on my channel and so on. So I think I owe it to you guys to just tell a little bit about myself. I'm not gonna get the whole life story, of course. It's gonna take a while. But anyway, as you should know, or might know, or might not know, I'm Danish. I'm from Denmark. I'm born in Denmark. I'm a Danish citizen. But I live here in Russia now. I have my wife here, I have a daughter here, and I have my life here. I have nothing in Denmark. Of course I have some friends and not much family left and so on. So I live here. How do I end up in Russia? I met, oh, let's take it the other way around. I'm an electrician, but I've been working a lot in construction and so on. I also had a dispatch courier company at one time, but mostly I've been working in construction. And I had also my own company. I've been self-employed almost all my working life. So that of course also might add to your preparedness thing, because or mindset, because being self-employed you have to plan a lot. And nothing is certain. Being self-employed, nothing is certain, but it's even more uncertain when you have your own company, your own business and so on. So, but I met my wife in Germany actually. I had some business to do there, and there were some Russians involved in this, and she was there as a translator. She had nothing actually to do with this business stuff, but she was there as a translator. And after we split up from Germany, then I kept communicating with her because of business things and so on for the next little less than a year. And I went to Russia, of course, and back and forth between Russia and Denmark quite a number of times. And I learned what the country is about. If you think you know anything about Russia, you don't. I mean, you have to be here to find out what it's really about. You can have all your prejudices and this and that and about Russia, but it is not like what you think it is at all. It's much better, actually. But anyway, I went back and forth. We got married, and in January, some years back, I don't remember the exact year actually, 2011 I think, yeah, I decided to move here. So I packed my car with my most precious belongings, some paintings, all my tools, most of my tools, anyway, the hand tools and electrical power tools and so on, clothing, this and that. I had to leave a lot of stuff, also a lot of bushcraft stuff in Denmark, unfortunately. I didn't have a YouTube channel in Denmark, but and then I started a new life here. So this is where we are now. Back in Denmark, I was in the army until age of about 27, I think. Uh, it was quite a good time. I was combat engineer. I was light machine gunner on what at that time was called the MG62, which is basically the old German MG42. It was an awesome gun. Uh, I was quite a good soldier. I was recommended for the Special Forces or the Polar Patrol, but I didn't do it. I went my own way, so to speak. I always done that, and that's why I'm here. In Denmark, I always been out, making, not always, but it's been a theme since I was a small boy. My grandfather took me out fishing with only a bamboo rod and a fishing line and some white bread he made into look like small maggots, and we caught this small bass and on this stuff and so on. It was really awesome with just a float and a bamboo rod and a small hook and so. It was quite cool. And he also taught me from a very early age about knife safety and this and that, but I've always been happy about getting out in the forests, and been a Boy Scout also, taken part in many marches and 65-kilometer marches. That's quite a distance. One of them took me 14 hours to complete around the fjord. 11 of these 14 hours it was raining when I came back. I had boots and wool socks, of course, on and so on. I tell you, my feet, I had wool socks, wool in the feet, sort of like vulcanized into my feet. I could have not walked the day after. I was so fucked, to say. The guy I was following with, he jumped off after 15 kilometers or something, but he was also just wearing sneakers. It was around the fjord in conditions like this. It was mud, complete mud, but yeah. In the army, of course, don't do so much bushcrafting. It's a little different mentality and different equipment, but anyway, you learn how it is to be out in an environment like this and colder. Denmark is it's a really tough environment in that sense that it's very humid always. It's not that as cold as in Russia. We can get like -12 and -15 and more, but it's very rare. But this is why I'm saying that +1 or just above freezing, and rain and wind and so on, that is by far the hardest conditions to exist in. And here we have really nice, clear, dry frost, and it's not as bad as being here in -25 as it is being in Denmark at -2 with the slush rain and wet snow and all this. Oh, it's horrible. It's horrible because many people think that when you're out in the rain and you just put on some rain gear or some Gore-Tex gear or something like that, then you stay dry. But that is not true. You always get wet because the Gore-Tex, it cannot breathe as fast as you sweat, especially if you're working, like building bridges or laying mines or something like that. Of course, I was light machine gunner and I was mostly securing the work area with my partner and so on, but we of course also had to learn how to build all these things and put out mines and and these discs you put on each side of the bridgehead. We call them panzer biscuits, heavy things like this that you link and so on, that you can drive on if it's very muddy, and Denmark is always very muddy in the spring and autumn. So yeah, but what can I say about myself more than that? Not so much really at the moment. Yeah, I always been out in the forest, and also in Denmark I went out for a day or two in the forest when I had the time, just chilling out, making fires, making shelters and this and that. I always had like a, when I haven't been out for a long time, then I just wanted, I needed. And that's why at the moment here I'm working 4 days a week. I get up at 5:20 and go to this road work, and I'm back again anything between 9 and 10 at night. So I come home and I eat and so on, go to bed and get up at 5:20 again and do the same. Luckily it's only 4 days a week. That's why that's Monday to Thursday. So on Friday I'm with my daughter. My wife is on the job. So Friday I spend with my daughter, and I have this arrangement with my wife that either Saturday or Sunday is for the forest. And she perfectly understands this. She's from the country herself, so that's really awesome. So that's not a problem. So yeah, so that was a little bit about myself that I wanted to share with you guys, just to give you something back, because you're such a nice guys, all of you. So yeah, so now I know a little bit about who Moscowprepper is. See you guys.